Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. This is interesting. Good evening. My name is Shannon Simpson Shand. I am going live on both platforms today. This is my first time going live on both platforms. So now I know next time to probably adjust that camera. But for right now, it is what it is. We're going to work with it. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's do that. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. My name is Shannon. I have been a registered nurse for 31 years this year. I have been in the home care space for 29 years. Okay, guys, I'm trying to get my camera right, as you could tell. I've been a home care owner for 18 years. My agency is in New York, and I am in Douglasville, Georgia, where I coach and I consult with agencies who want to grow their private pay business. So essentially, I'm a private pay client acquisition strategist. That's what I do on a daily basis. On a daily basis. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, I am clearly learning the strategy here. So next time this phone won't be blocking uh, my main computer over there. Welcome in. As you come in the room, please type in the chat where you're joining from. Please type in the chat where you are joining from. Let me know where you're joining from. Come on in the room, everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in. Come on in. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. As you come in, please share the live out. Welcome in. Please share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live out. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. There we go. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please type in the chat. Now that I'm going to be looking at both cameras, I think on my phone is where I'll be able to see most of the comments. So if you're typing on YouTube, I may not be able to see where you're typing, but let's try it and see. This is my first time doing both lives at the same time, so we'll see what will happen here. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. As a team, I may need some help. I'm not sure if you're on YouTube as well or you're only on TikTok. I'm not sure where you are, but we'll find out. All right, so let's start off. Why am I here? Why are we talking? Why home care? Why now? Why home care? Why now is that there are 76 million baby boomers who were born between mid 1940 and mid 1960s, and every day, 10,000 of them are turning 65 years old. Every day, 10,000 65 years old. And so as they get older, they're making plans as to what's going to happen with them as they get older and they want services or they just want a companion. During the pandemic, I'm sure you've heard a lot of the elderly were isolated. A lot of them were depressed. So what can we do to prevent all of that from happening? All right, so that's what we're talking about. So that why home care, why not? If you have a home care, great. You want to position yourself to gain more clients, position yourself to gain more clients. Um, and if you don't already have a home care, it's a great time to consider having one. All right, because you could position yourself to help other people, help yourself in terms of creating your own economy. Instead of waiting for someone else to sign your check, you could do that yourself. All right. So welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're on my phone, type in the chat where you're joining from. If you are on my computer, again, I mentioned this is my first time doing both my computer and my phone, so we'll figure out what's going on. So please engage, please share the live out, share the live out, share the live out. So my background, my backstory, for those of you who don't know my story, when I was 29 years old, I was working 3 nursing jobs with the intention of being able to buy my first home by age 30. So I was working as a home health aide instructor Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. In the evenings, I was working as a nurse at a facility where children who were born with HIV and AIDS were so doing treatments and all of that. And then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I was a home care nurse throughout the Bronx, South Bronx, West Bronx, North, East Bronx, all of the Bronx. And so one day, as I was getting ready to go to work as a home health aide instructor, my leg stopped doing what legs do, and my hand, but I tried to hold my toothbrush, I didn't have the grip. So 911 was activated. I was sent to the emergency room where they ruled out a stroke. Thank God it wasn't a stroke, but either way, my neurological system was just shot because I was burning candles on both ends. All right. So my TikTok folks, if you're wondering why I'm not looking at you, I started doing YouTube lives today, so I'm doing both at the same time for the first time. Normally I only do TikTok, but today I'm just saying hi to the YouTube world. All right, so if you're wondering why I'm not looking at you as usual, I'm also looking at my computer monitor. All right, so team, just keep me on track. Let me know what's going on. Uh, Pin it or something I need to see, just pin it so I'll be able to respond. All right. And so, thank God it was not a stroke, but I was burning the candles at both ends, as they say. And my neurological system just said, okay, you know what? I just cannot continue. And so I had to go through a year of occupational and physical therapy just to regain strength in my hands and my legs. And then I had a whole year to think, what are you going to do when you get better? What are you going to do? And so I decided that I needed to do entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship had to be the way to go. And because I worked in home care at that point for a while, thank you. I see you. I see you over there. Thank you so much, team. Welcome in. I see you on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So I realized, okay, entrepreneurship. So I started a home care business. So in 2008, I started, and let me just say, working for someone else in home care and starting your own business is definitely not the same thing. Not the same thing at all, at all, at all. The buck stops with you when you have your own business. The buck stops with you when you're working for somebody else. Then they pay your paycheck. Okay, someone's typing something. Let's see. Hi Esther. Hi Esther. Welcome in. And so I started in 2008 as a non-medical slash companion sitter service. So companion and sitters we provided. So that was 2008. And in 2009, I applied for what's called a LICSA license in New York. So it's a licensed home care services agency. So I applied in 2009. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the daily heart. Make sure you sing your daily heart as you come to the room. Um, so I apologize if I'm not looking at the both of you at once. This is an experiment to do both at the same time. So eventually, we'll have an easy flow. All right. So in 2009, we applied for the LICSA. We were not approved until 2014, which was 5 years later. 5 years later. So good thing I started operating as a companion and sitter service. All right. So if you're in New York, that's probably what you should think about doing if you are going to apply for the LICSA. It may take some time. It doesn't happen fast. It does not happen fast at all. It's a slow process. Um, we have 50 states. We're called the United States, but we're not. Thank you so much, Courtney, for the heart me, for the daily heart. As you come in the room, everybody, please claim your daily heart. Share the live out. Thank you so much. Um, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Excuse me. All right, so all right. So what I started to say was it takes a while to get it done. Now there are 50 states. We're called the United States, but we're not united. We're not united when it comes to home care. All the rules are different. The rules are different in all the states. Some states are regulated, some states are not regulated, and even in the regulated states, the regulations are not the same. The regulations are not the same. All right, so I usually don't talk about the regulations here on the live, but feel free to book a session. You're able to book a session through the stand store. And once you do that, though, if you have not already started, I will guide you through the process. All right, so book a session with me. Use the code SAVE50, actually, all caps, SAVE50, and save 50% of the one-to-one coaching. All right, so tonight, though, I want to talk about, since I have a new audience. I have my usual audience, and I have a new audience as well. And so, kind of starting from the basics in terms of people who already have their home care agencies, we're talking about increasing your private pay clientele. A lot of people chase private pay clients, and we all know whenever anyone chases you, or I know for sure, if a dog chases me, I'm running. People tell me don't run if a dog is chasing you. Oh well, I don't know what to tell you. I am running, and in my head, I'm probably running faster in my head than my feet actually are going. But whenever somebody chases me or a dog chases me, I'm running. And the same thing, you don't want to chase private pay clients. You want to learn how to attract private pay clients. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Now, now keep in mind that just handing out brochures or dropping off flyers or dropping off business cards, that's not how you attract private pay clients. Those business cards, I hate to tell you this, may be thrown in someone's glove compartment, thrown in someone's drawer, or even in the garbage, right? Even in the garbage. All right, so you want to build relationships. Building your private pay clientele it really hinges on private pay clients. Private pay clients, and how do you do that? You have to build relationships. Now, relationships with who? Relationships with geriatric care managers, relationships with hospital discharge planners, relationships with directors of, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry, I may not be able to see both screens at once, so I'm looking from, from screen to screen. This is my first time doing live on both platforms. So if you're wondering why I'm not looking at you, because I'm looking at my computer. All right. All right. So you want to build relationships with hospice companies, geriatric care managers, rehab facilities, practice offices, on and on and on. But the bottom line is it's relationships. It's not about just dropping off business cards. It's not just about dropping off brochures. Everybody else is doing the same thing. And so the question is, how do you stand out? How do you stand out? Because everybody else is also dropping off business cards, they're dropping off flyers, the same thing you're doing. So you have to stand out. And number one, you stand out by having the right positioning statement, right? And then building relationships. I've mentioned over and over again, whenever I do website audits, most times on most websites, the only thing that's different is the company's name, the logo, and the contact information. Everything else is pretty much generic, the same thing. We provide, you became the title gifter 20 times. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Things are in motion for you, Charmaine. Just to let you know, things are in motion. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. All right. So you have to stand out. So if you're all saying we provide compassionate home care services, why should the client choose you, or why should the client, adult children, choose you? Because you sound the same. You sound like everybody else, and there's no reason to choose you. Or it's going to just be, you're welcome, Charmaine. It's going to be in a minimal. But maybe this home care agency, maybe that home care agency, but that is not what you want. You want to stand out. You want to stand out, right? You want to stand out. And how do you stand out? Your positioning statement is one. Level 27, Charmaine, thank you. Level 27, yay! That's awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. I love it. So your positioning statement, So tonight we're going to talk about how to build out your positioning statement. So if you say, if you're competing on hours, or you're saying that our caregivers are compassionate, our caregivers are trained, our caregivers are insured, that just sounds like you are saying the same thing that everybody else is saying. Because the minimum is that the caregivers should be screened. The bare minimum is that they should be trained. The bare minimum is that they should compassionate. The bare minimum is that they should be insured. So if those are the things you're promoting to attract clients, then you sound like everybody else. Why should they choose you? Does that make sense? Okay, talk to me in the chat over here on TikTok. This is my first time doing YouTube. I have to figure out how to see the comments over in YouTube. Are you with me? Are you with me? Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. I don't see any comments, so we're going to continue. We're going to continue. By the way, if you have not yet joined the Private Pay Profit Academy, please go ahead and join. We are in the pre-launch phase. Actual launch date will be July 1st. So go ahead, go in the room. You can join for free. There are lots of great benefits there for free. Of course, the paid options have a lot more benefits, but you will definitely find value as you join. So just go ahead and join. You're able just to either you could join directly. If you're on YouTube, you could join directly. You'll see the information there. If you're here on TikTok, just go through the stand store and you will be able to join there. All right. When you go in the room, please introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself. Just don't just go in there and just type your name in and just continue on. No, introduce yourself. Say where you are, what phase or what stage you are in your business, and what you hope to get out of the community. It's a community. So when you're in the community, engagement is a part of the community you want to engage. Say who you are, say what you're doing, say what your expectations are. All right. So that is the goal. That's the goal. All right. So we're talking about building your positioning statement. So I'm just going to give you the framework for building your positioning statement. So if you're wondering, I am teaching from the private pay revenue infrastructure, the private pay revenue infrastructure. That is in the stand store. Thank you, Charmaine. That's in the stand store. Someone typed something, but the comment was filtered out. The comment was filtered out. I don't know what you said, so please rephrase. So the actual launch date is July 1st, but you could go in there and read the pre-launch phase. So those of you who wonder why people want to have the private pay revenue infrastructure, it's in the stand store. However, if you join the private pay profit VIP, it's in that you'll be able to get that as a part of your VIP membership. Okay. So just telling you that so you don't have to get it here and there. All right, so we're gonna put the framework together. Your differentiation framework. Is what we're gonna put together. Your differentiation framework. All right. So my TikTok post, if you're wondering why I'm to the side, is that I have YouTube on for the first time. I normally just come on to TikTok by itself, so I'm just testing. I'm doing both at the same time. So already I'm seeing some things need to be changed, but that's what happens when you test things out. You'll find out how to improve it later on. All right. All right. So we're talking about your private pay authority framework, which is in, I mentioned the private pay revenue infrastructure, which is in the stand store. All right. Okay. All right. So as I mentioned, most agencies position themselves around compassion, experience, licensed and insured, or we treat you like family or something like that, which is definitely not what you want to do. All right. So your private pay positioning must answer, why should a financially capable family choose you at a premium price? You have to be able to answer that question. Why should they choose you at a premium price? All right? Why should they choose you at a premium price? Why should they choose you at a premium price? All right. Okay, so layer number one, talk about who you specialize in. That's layer number one. Hopefully you're taking notes. And if you're not taking notes, this can be found in the private pay client, not the acquisition bundle, but the revenue infrastructure, the private pay revenue infrastructure, which is in the stand store. All right, it's a 210-page document. I'm not going to go through the whole thing tonight, obviously. Obviously. All right. So again, you must answer, why should a financially capable family choose you at a premium price, right? This is private pay. So you're going to charge more than Medicaid normally reimburses the agencies, right? So I know that the Medicaid is state run, so the rates are different in every state. Someone told me that in Texas it's $17 and something cents. So all the states are different. Some states pay in the 20s. I don't know all the rates for all the states, so that is not my jam. Private pay is my jam, right? And you're able to determine the pricing structure for your agency. But you have to be able to support it. If you choose to charge $100 an hour, you can, right? You can, but you have to be able to support that decision. The care that you offer, the care that your caregivers give or the company gives, you have to support that. Now, your volume, you won't have as many clients as someone who takes Medicaid, but sometimes busy work is not productive or profitable work, right? You can be very, very, very busy, but not profitable. All right. Okay. All right. So number one, who do you specialize in? Right. So instead of being general, you want to be somewhat specific. Because when you're specific, it's better. You're better understood. And the client, oh, so that's what you do. Okay, that's what you do. Like you were vague before, I wasn't sure. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate all the roses. All right. So who do you specialize in? So instead of saying something like we provide non-medical home care or we provide companion care, you would say something like we specialize in support. I'm sorry, we specialize in supporting adult children manage dementia care from a distance. So let's say that's the target audience. You may have adult children who, I don't know, live in California, for example, but their parents live in the metro New York area, like New Jersey, New York, Connecticut area, or whatever. So then you're targeting people who, the adult children who live out of state, right? So that's an example. You don't have to do this. This is an example of how to build your positioning statement. That's all we're doing right now is just building the positioning statement, the framework for the positioning statement, I should say. All right. Now, or you could say something like, we serve high functioning seniors who want support without losing independence. So I love this one. I love this one. So if you haven't written it down, I'm going to repeat that one again. Um, we serve high functioning seniors who want support without losing independence. Got that? I'm giving you a chance to write it down. I'm not going to repeat everything like that, but I'm repeating this one so you have an idea. So I like this one a lot, and you could tweak this one to serve you. All right. So we serve seniors who want support without losing independence, and most seniors who are able to ambulate and walk down the steps and go to lunch or all those things. They don't want to feel as though someone else is taking away their independence. So when I was the director of training, I would always tell the caregivers, whatever the clients are able to do for themselves, allow them to do it. If they could bathe themselves, let them bathe themselves. Don't tell them to wash, don't let me wash this or that. No, no, no. Whatever they're able to do for themselves, thank you, Sean. Whatever they're able to do for themselves, allow them to do it. Allow them to do it. All right. Don't take away their independence. All right. So this is why this positioning statement will resonate with a lot of your clients. Again, I'm going to repeat this one more time. And again, this can be found in the private pay revenue infrastructure. It's in the SAM store. All right. So I'm going to repeat this section because I love it so much. And you can use it as your guide when you're creating your positioning statement. All right. So we serve high functioning seniors who want support without losing independence. All right. All right. Now that's layer number one. That's layer number one, who you specialize in. And then layer number two of the framework of your positioning statement. Now, this part is also in the private pay client acquisition bundle in the workbook. So the workbook helps you build out your positioning statement. So I'm just giving you some more layers tonight. All right. So layer number two, what problem do you solve? What problem do you solve? Right. So you're not going to talk about the task or we're not going to say things like usually we bathe, we cook, we don't list it out like that. All right. If you're gonna be charging premium dollars, who wants to pay $100 an hour for someone just to cook? And you're not like a five-star, chef, right? Unless you're a five-star chef, but you wouldn't be promoting your home care agency for chef services, right? All right. So instead of listing the task, you want to say something like we provide, I'm sorry, instead of saying we provide companionship or personal care. Instead, you would say, we reduce family stress, prevent hospitalization, and create stability at home. All right, so we reduce family stress, prevent crisis hospitalization, and create stability at home. Are you with me? Type in the chat if you're with me. So I'm not just talking at myself, talking to myself. Type in the chat. Let me know that you're with me and that you're hearing me clearly. Okay, thank you, Charmaine. I see that you responded. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So then layer three of the framework of your position and statement is how you deliver differently, how you deliver the care differently. All right. So examples is like structured intake assessment, like your communication protocol. Sometimes it could be, well, we communicate with your family. Your family could be once a week, 3 times a week, whatever it is that you're offering. You can offer video follow-up, video communication. So it all depends when you're putting your packages together, then you'll decide how you're going to present that information. All right. So your family update system, the care coordination model, talk about that. So stability first, caregiving matching, hey Fergie, right? And then layer four, what risks do you remove, right? So here's some of the fears that private pay families have. They don't want to waste the money. So although they may have the money, they don't want to waste the money, right? They don't want inconsistent caregivers. They don't want to have a caregiver today, Sam today, and John tomorrow, right? They want to make sure that there's some kind of stability. Yes, people will need a vacation because if someone who works 6 months and want a day off, they understand that. But in the space of 1 week, there should not be 3 or 4 different caregivers in one person's home. Does that make sense? Type in the chat if you're with me. Type in the chat if you're with me. Okay. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you. All right. So again, another fear that private pay families have is emergencies. They don't want to regret anything, and the guilt that they feel that they're not able to provide the services to the clients themselves. Most of them feel that way, or they're not close by. They're in another state, or they may be close by, but their jobs are demanding. They may be close by, but they're a part of the family generation where they have young children, and now their parents need them, and it's very hard for them to be present 100% in both scenarios. For them to be present with the kids all the time, dropping off at school, picking up from school, and still be able to take care of their parents. All right. So something you could say when you're talking about the risk that you remove, something like that. Our structured onboarding prevents rush placement and caregiver instability. Mama 4, thank you. So our structured onboarding prevents rush placement and caregiver instability. So you're answering that question about what risk is removed. All right. Now you can also layer it a little bit more. Thank you. I don't usually force it, but if you want to layer it a little bit more by saying who you are not, you could also say something like, we are not the lowest cost option, we are the structured option. Or we're not designed for short-term temporary coverage, we build sustainable care plans. So it all depends if you want to add that layer. Latinder, for those of you who normally are here on TikTok with me, I'm looking at you, but today I'm testing, so I'm going live on 2 platforms all at once. I have my computer in front of me and my phone here. All right, so welcome in. I appreciate you. You know what to do if you enter the room, play your daily heart, share the live out, type in the chat, all the things. You've been here for a while, so you know what to do. All right, so now I'm learning how to go live on YouTube. So I'm doing live on YouTube and live on TikTok at the same time. So Thank you, Satinder. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. So let's put it all together. So, so the template really would be we help, and you type in or say the specific client type and who are struggling with and the core emotional or operational problem they're having. And then you can buy, right? You're installing a structured system or a differentiator, and then so that they can experience whatever that desired outcome is, right, without whatever the feared risk is. And that's how you would layer and set the framework for building your positioning statement. Now, all of that is in the private pay revenue infrastructure. It's also in the private pay client acquisition bundle. It's in the workbook. All right. So you want to, if you haven't already gotten it, go ahead and get it. So you could build out your, okay, I'm sorry, your positioning statement. That was funny. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's put it all together. So here's an example. We help overwhelmed adult children um, navigating dementia care by installing a structured care coordination system so they can feel confident and supported without daily crisis calls. Now that's really, really long. So even if it's as simple as we help adult children navigate dementia care. So when someone hears that, they're like, okay, their grandmother has dementia, their grandfather has dementia. So you're helping adult children navigate dementia care, or you're helping families navigate dementia care. So when they hear that, okay, someone's going to help us navigate dementia care for our loved ones, so it's clear. As opposed to we provide in-home support. Okay, okay, what else? Now, I'm not going to say that you won't get any clients at all by saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But the more specific you are, the more clients you get. More clients will be referred to you. All right. All right. Now, of course, whenever you go out networking, you're going to use your positioning statement. When you are on your website, you should have your positioning statement. Not as long, but shorten it, but it should be clear. And so the positioning statement is almost like niching down, right? You've heard of the riches or in the niches. You've heard things like that. So the same concept. Like you want to niche down, and so it's clear what services it is you're providing and to whom you're providing the services. Are you with me? Are you clear? Let me look over here. This is my usual folks on this side of town. Are you with me? Is it clear? Type in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. You know, guys, what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. Very clear. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So website, networking events, on a referral partner call, on your discover calls, you'll want to make sure your positioning statement is clear. And when I say your positioning statement, it doesn't have to be like robotic, right? If a word is off and you say it a different way, it's fine. It's just to be clear who it is that you're serving, whose problem that you're solving. Let me just look over here and see what's going on. Thank you, team. I see you on YouTube. Thank you so much, team. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. All right, so when you're on the phone, for example, you can say, before we talk about services, I want to explain how we operate because we're not a task-based home care agency, right? And you pause a little bit. We are a structured private pay care model designed to reduce family stress, prevent instability, and create predictable support at home. Right? I know it's a mouthful. You don't have to say it the way that I'm saying it, but the bottom line is you want to show, you want to identify the problem, right? Identify who you're serving, the problem they have, and the solution that you bring to the table. That's the bottom line. It doesn't have to sound the way that I'm saying it. It doesn't have to sound this way. If you normally don't talk like this, it may feel a little weird, right? But the bottom line is identify who you're serving, what the problem is, and what relief they're going to have because you are providing the care. All right? Type in the chat if that's clear. So no. Type in the chat, let me know. Hey, Satinder. All right, Satinder, I'm just going back to the basics of how to put your positioning statement together and giving you the layers of the framework. So you probably already have it. It's in the plan to pay revenue infrastructure. And then just putting the positioning statement together. Just want to make sure that your positioning statement is strong. And plus, you're seeing my side view because I'm also on YouTube for the first time, doing a YouTube live. I shouldn't say for the first time. I usually post on YouTube too, but not usually live stream. All right. Okay. Now, again, what I'm going through is really the private pay revenue infrastructure that can be found on the Stand Store. And if you go to private pay Compass Academy in the VA, you will get that. So don't get it in both places. All right. So it's in both places, so you don't have to get it from both places. All right. Okay. All right. So I want you guys to start converting your task-based language to outcome-based language. Right. So for example, instead of talking about bathing assistance, you could say we preserve dignity safely. We preserve dignity safely. We preserve dignity safely. Or instead of saying medication reminders, it's outcome based. You say something like we reduce medication errors. You're elevating the conversation. You're elevating how you say it. Remember, you're charging premium dollars here, right? Now, instead of saying companionship, which is task based, you could say something like, "Oh, thank you, Satinder. I see you on YouTube. Thank you for going over there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is my first time. So can you hear me clearly there? Because usually when I'm doing the Zoom trainings, that's the computer that I use on the Zoom trainings, but I normally turn the microphone off. So are you hearing me clearly? Let me know. Let me know. Oh yes, all right. I love it. All right, good. Love it. Love it. All right. So instead of saying companionship, which is a big thing, right? So it is a big thing. You would make it, so that's pretty much task based. You would make it outcome based and say something like we reduce isolation and cognitive decline. So we reduce isolation and cognitive decline. Or instead of saying something like we provide transportation services, then you say we prevent missed appointments, right? So this is the way how you present it to your potential client. How you present it to your potential client. All right. Instead of saying meal prep, which you are going to meal prep, but instead of saying it that way, then you'll say we'll maintain strength and nutrition, right? That's how you would present it. All right. So here is the messaging formula. Instead of saying we provide the task, right? You're going to say we help families experience whatever that emotional outcome is by ensuring whatever that structured delivery method is. All right. And again, guys, this is in the private pay revenue infrastructure, which is in the Stand Store. And again, if you join the private pay Profits Academy in the VIP, you will get that there. So don't get it in two places. It's over there as well. All right. Yay. All right. Any questions so far? I'm trying to read both monitors. So when I go to the YouTube, I gotta, so it's not YouTube. When I go to YouTube, I gotta move in a little bit so I can see. If you have any questions, put it in the chat so I can look at your questions. Oh yes, Atinder, yes. Once it's on YouTube, you can always replay it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, great. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make the setup a little better, a little smoother. But whenever you do something for the first time, there's definitely opportunities to learn. Opportunities to learn. Okay, what is that? Okay, here we go. Okay, let me scroll down to see what this says. Oh, okay. All right. I apologize if I missed anything. The feed is going, and I'm trying to read both. Yes, thank you. Thank you for liking and sharing and all the things, all the things. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. All right, so here's a variation. So instead of saying something like, we provide companionship, we help families reduce isolation and cognitive decline through structured engagement and consistency. That's one way to say that. All right. All right. So here's a script variation. There's a whole lot of variations in here, so it doesn't have to be exactly the way it's written in the book, but this is kind of just give you a guideline, so not to focus on tasks, but to focus on outcomes. All right, so outcomes is what we want to focus on. So here's a variation number one for emotional release. We help adult children who feel like they are failing their parents, even though they're doing everything they can. Right. So we help adult children regain control when caregiving starts consuming their career, marriage, or mental bandwidth. Or we help families step in before a hospital visit becomes permanent placement. Are you with me? Everybody with me? I'm trying to look at both screens over here. Tell me if you're with me. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, thank you, Charmaine. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So again, guys, if you have not joined the Private Pay Profits Academy, please do so. We are in the pre-launch phase. Our official launch is July 1st. But just go into the community, introduce yourself, move around in the community. There's a lot of information in the free tier. If you go into the growth tier, there's a lot more information. There's 6 modules in there. Each module has a lot of things per module, so you go through it. The VIP is my favorite. So the VIP, of course, has everything. It also has weekly group coaching. It also has the link for you to book your one-on-one monthly coaching calls with me one-on-one. Charmaine, what's going on, Charmaine? I'm here. Lots of cheers. Thank you, Charmaine. Single hearts, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. 6 to 5 single hearts. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so the VIP tier, you have everything that's on the other two tiers. You get the weekly group coaching, you get the monthly one-on-one session. Also, every Monday morning, we're going to have sip and strategize. Sip and strategize. Now, the growth tier also has a sip and strategize where we get on a Monday morning and we're going to plan for the week. Because we don't know the script to write the vision to make it plain. And the way I like to say it, plan your work your plan, and your plan will work. We're going to use Monday morning for about an hour or so and just plan out what we want to happen for the week. So we're going to do that every Monday. On Wednesdays, we're going to have question and answers. So for right now, we're going to have live question and answers. Depending on how things go, then we may take the questions ahead of time, but we'll see as we grow and how things go. And then on Thursdays, we're going to have a co-working session where everybody comes in, everybody, paid and non-paid. We're just going to come, we're just going to work together. We're not going to really have a structured anything. It's just you're working, I'm working. I'm working on what I'm working on, you're working on what you're working on, but we have community. This is the community that we're building. And then on Sundays, we're going to have a boardroom. So that's when we have the group coaching where we're talking through everything with the VIP clients. All right. So if you have any questions, put in the chat so I can see it. I can answer some of your questions if you have not already. If you have not already joined, please do jump on in there, hop on in there, hop on in there. Can I move this over? Let's see. All right. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, all right. If you don't mind me, if you don't, every time you see me move forward, I'm trying to read my computer. My phone, I can see my phone right here, but the computer. Oh, this is where the bifocals come in handy. Okay, now I see. Now I see. I may have to wear the bifocals next time so I can see the computer monitor. All right. All right. So some disruption phases. Thank you so much for early. Early, I haven't seen you in a while. Early, welcome in. I'm not looking full on to my phone for the whole time because I'm also on YouTube. My first time doing a YouTube live and a TikTok live at the same time. All right. So that's why I'm looking back and forth. If you're wondering why am I seeing her cheek instead of her face, that is why. CCD, I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I missed you, missed you, missed you. All right. So some disruption phrases, right? Um, if you want to say some things like, because as you know, most agencies operate shift to shift, right? So, and you operate from plan to plan because you're planning, you're helping them plan, you're helping them plan, you're helping them plan. So you always want to speak to the problem and then the problem that you're helping them solve. So whether it's a hospital discharge planner, what kind of problems are the hospital discharge planners having? If it's an elder care attorney, what kind of problems are the elder care attorneys having? And you're going to speak to the problem. You identify the problems, but you know, you may have to do some research to find out what problems they're encountering. So you speak to the problem, and then you talk about the solution that you offer. So whether it's geriatric care managers, what problems are they having? Elder care attorneys, geriatric care managers, assisted living facilities directors, what kind of problems are they experiencing? And then what do you bring to the table? KMA, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the heartening. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Whether it's primary care physicians or hospice. Hospice is a big thing. Hospice is a big thing because families are overwhelmed when their family members are told that they have 6 months or less to live. That's very stressful. How can you provide a solution for that? What kind of solution can you offer? In most cases, hospice, assisted with hospice, um, thank you, Charmaine, for the donors. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Charmaine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. In most cases, hospice care may be short-term, but it's okay. Even if you have multiple short-term hospice cases, that's fine. That's fine. But you know, you're part of the transition. You're helping them transition out of this life into the next and in a comfortable way. You're able to participate with that. So those of you who don't have hospice contracts, consider that. Consider reaching out to the hospices in your area or in the area that you service and reach out to them. Okay, KMA, I'm going through this right now. Oh, you're stuck at referrals? You're talking about the hospice, KMA? So we're talking about hospice? Natalie, hi Natalie. KMA, are you talking about hospice in particular? Hi Natalie. So Natalie, I'm live on TikTok and I'm also live on YouTube. So if you see me looking from side to side, that's why. Thank you for the daily heart. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. This is my first time actually going on YouTube live. So it probably, those of you who are on YouTube, it probably looks a little weird, the layout and my background, but we'll figure it out. It is what it is. The background is the background, so we'll figure it out. All right. But the good thing about YouTube is that you're able to watch the videos later, so that's great. All right. Thank you, Natalie. Oh, hospital discharge planners, KMA. All right. All right. All right. And you, KMA, you already have the private pay client acquisition bundle that takes you through the blueprint, what to say, how often to follow up, all of those things, and it helps you craft your positioning statement. Because that's very helpful. That could be found in the stand store. KMA, if you haven't already gotten that. But yeah, you don't want to sound like everybody else. And when I first started out, when I tell you, I was stuffing like 3,000 envelopes every week. No, there's a better way to do that. So I've learned what not to do. I've learned what not to do, and so I'm helping save you a lot of time, and I'm saving you a lot of money as well. A lot of money as well. All right. So have you gone out to meet anybody face to face, KMA? Are you communicating with them through those professional what is that? What is trying to say? I'm trying, okay, how do you say it without saying the name? Um, Sometimes there's some words that I'm not supposed to say on here. Through those professional social media platforms, have you been reaching out to them? Because remember, KMA, research shows that it takes seven, whoops, seven, can I do seven touch points before a lot of people even want to engage with you. And seven with one person. Seven with one person. Seven. Okay, so that's seven. So seven is the average. So you touch bases with the same person, like Ann Jones. You've reached out to Ann Jones at least seven times so far. If you have KMA, how have you reached out to the same person seven times? Let me see. Type it in the chat. Let me see how you've done it. So Tinder, KMA, let me know how you've done your seven. Your seven. How have you done your seven? So Tinder, if you're back over here, thank you for popping in on YouTube. I appreciate you. KMA, let me know your seven. How did you do your seven? Your seven for one person, not seven total. Seven for one person. Think about it like this. McDonald's has been around for many years. Okay, hold on, let's just see. So when you say FB, you go to their personal page, and you're talking to them, direct hospital department, procurement department, and you're talking to people. You're actually talking to people. You're having conversations with people. Okay, hold on. Thanks, Lucinda. I'm scrolling so I can see everybody. All right, no, so KMA, you're building relationship with people, not with a building, not with a department. You're building relationships with people. So I'm saying when it comes to private pay, you have to build relationships with people. People have to get to know you, like you, and trust you. So you're building relationships with people. People. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything over there. People, KMA, you're building relationships with people. Yeah, not with a building, not with a department, people. How many people have you taken out for coffee, KMA? How many people have you taken out for coffee? Let me scroll. Uh-oh. No, posting doesn't count. Posting doesn't count. How many people have you taken out for breakfast? I'm scrolling down so I can see. So. Okay, man, you have to touch people, actual people, okay? I'm scrolling so I can see everything. Hey, Pamela. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. So, Pamela, I'm testing YouTube and TikTok at the same time. So, I'm actually on two platforms. So, that's why I'm turned slightly to the side. So, I'm testing it out. Let's see how it goes. So, my first YouTube live simultaneously happening with TikTok. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Thank you. Just testing it. To see. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So KMA, if you've only done two, I must say that's not enough. That's not enough. You have to keep knocking until the door gets open. Knock. Two is not enough. If you told me you did 200 and nothing happened, then I would say, okay, we got to look at what's going on. But if you did two, I'm not even, I'm not going to even help you strategize, right? But if you told me you did 200 and nothing happens, then I'd be really surprised. We're going to have to dig deep to find, okay, why nothing happened. But if you only did two is not enough. think about how many times, I talk about McDonald's, right? McDonald's has been around for so many years, and you can watch, 1 hour program, and a McDonald's commercial comes on so many times in that 1 hour. So, and McDonald's is well known. Like, who doesn't know McDonald's? And they're still advertising. They're still advertising. So no, two is not impressive, KMA. Two is not impressive. If you had done 200, then we'll talk about it. Or 2,000, but two is not impressive at all. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm trying to scroll down. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Oh, you said LOL. Yeah, KMA is like, I'm not moved by that. I'm not moved. Let's see. Oh, Galans, I see you over on YouTube as well. Yay, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, KMA, you have to do more. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You're definitely not doing enough. You have to do a lot more. A lot more, a lot more, a lot more. There's some people, thank you so much for my head. Thank you. The folks on YouTube probably wondering, what is she doing? What is she doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, so KMA, you have to do more. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. If you want to book a one-on-one call with me, we can plan out your strategy. Feel free to do that. Use code SAVE50, all caps, SAVE 50. But two, you have not touched the surface. You have not touched the surface at all. You have not touched the surface. You have not touched the surface. So let's say you plan your week out. Today's already Tuesday, or today Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. So let's say your goal for this week was to contact 25 geriatric care managers directly, 25 hospital discharge planners, 25 elder care attorneys, 25 directors of assisted living facilities, and another 25. Well, 25 times 4, 100. Right. So 100 people this week in 1 week alone. That is the goal, to actually get in touch with somebody. So you plan out your week. You have the list. You're going to have their emails. You're going to have their phone numbers. All the things came in. All right. All the things. All the things. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you so much. All right, KMA. So KMA, you got to come back and impress me. Next week when you come on, tell me you contacted 500, well, not 500 individual people, because that alone, 500 people, a one-time contact with 500 people is still one time, right? But what I'm telling you is going to take on average 7 times. So you know how average works, and maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, right? So 500 individual people is still one if you've only contacted them once. KMA, you got what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So yeah, two is not impressive, honey. Not impressive at all. At all. All right. Any questions for me, ladies and gentlemen? Any questions? We're talking about attracting private pay clients. We're talking about building relationships. The code is SAVE, SAVE, but all caps. SAVE, and then 50, SAVE 50. And you're able to save 50% with the one-to-one coaching. Right? Not a 3-month mentorship, but the one-time one-to-one coaching. All right. All right, we could put a structured plan together for you, because two, nope. And I would be so surprised if you told me you did 2 and then you have somebody. Because people are going to be spending thousands and thousands of dollars. On average, maybe $100,000 a year per person. So they want to be impressed by you, or at least the person who is going to be referring their clients to you. So if it's a geriatric care manager, for example, or an elder care attorney. Because remember, the elder care attorney's word weighs heavily with their clients. And the same thing with the geriatric care manager. Their words weigh heavily too, right? So that they get to know you, like you, and trust you. And then when they meet you for coffee, for example, if you're not just there just talking about yourself, right? You have 2 eyes, you're going to observe twice as much as you speak. You have 2 ears, you're going to listen twice as much as you speak. You're going to listen. What are they saying? Sometimes you have to listen to personal things. What are they saying about their children? Is their child going to kindergarten? And they're so excited about that. Hold on, I'm missing something here. Hey Ty, how much is the training for home care agency? All right, so I'm not sure. Are you talking about the Private Pay Profit Academy? So private pay Chocolate Academy ties, you can join for free. There's a lot of resources in the free, but then you can upgrade either to the premium, to the gold tier, or the VIP. And if you're a founding member, 47 a month or 397 for the year for the gold tier. So you might as well just join for the year. It's a lot of savings, and that's just the founders, the founding members pricing. So it's going to go up. Once we have 100 paid members in each category, the price will go up. All right. And then the VIP team, please put the pricing. Please put the pricing. Okay. How do you come off? Okay. How do you come off as trustworthy when reaching out? Okay. I don't see the whole question, but okay. How do you come off as trustworthy when reaching out? Um, it's hard to come off as trustworthy when reaching out for the first time. But if you are specific with your positioning statement, then they'll at least know the value that you're bringing to the table. And that's why you want to start building a relationship. It's like a marriage, right? So you meet someone for the first time, you don't know if they're trustworthy. You listen to what they say. Do they show up when they say they're going to show up? Right? Do they apologize when they're wrong? How is their communication skills? Right? Those are the things that you would look at in terms of building trustworthiness. But calling on the phone to say that you're trustworthy. Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm trustworthy. I don't think that alone would do it. That won't do it by itself. All right, so let me scroll down here. I may have missed. I may have missed. Okay, I may have missed something. Team, if I missed something, I'm trying to scroll back, but I'm not going to go all the way back. If I missed something that I have not responded to, if you could pin the question. If I didn't respond to it, please repin the question. If I didn't respond to something, team. All right, I don't see it. But you have to build relationships for people to know that you're trustworthy. They'll get to know you, like you, and trust you. All right? Let's get to know you, like you, and trust you. Because just saying that you're trustworthy doesn't mean that you're trustworthy. It has to be proven, and it's built over time. Right? If you invite someone out for coffee at 9 a.m., for example, and you show up at 9:30, and you didn't call to say you were in traffic, or you didn't call to say something happened, then you're like, oh, okay. That's one strike against you. Thank you, Natalie. That's one strike against you. All right. Any questions? Let me look at my other monitor, make sure I'm not missing anything over there. Okay, I think that's okay. Any questions? Put your questions in the chat. And team, if I miss a question, please pin it, because as you know, I'm trying to go back and forth from monitor to monitor. All right. So build relationships. And KMA, come on now, don't tell me two of anything. Thanks, team. Thank you. Thank you. Don't tell me two of anything, KMA. That is just not enough. Not enough. Now, there's somebody, I don't remember if it's Myron Golden, but somebody who said, when they're doing sales, like they leave their house expecting to get 100 no's every day. Yeah, two people. Yeah, like listen, we're not moved. We're not moved by the two people. So he leaves his house expecting to get 100 no's per day. I think it's him, but it may not be him. I don't want to give credit to the wrong person, but I think it may be him. He goes out expecting 100 no's, 100 no's. So he's not offended when someone says no. He's not offended when someone says that they're busy, because he expects to get 100 no's. And when he gets a yes, he starts over at one. He starts over at one. That's every day. His aim is to get 100 no's every day. So that's what you have to do. So KMA, let's aim for that. Aim for 100 no's every day. And you tell me by the end of the month how many yeses you've gotten when you're aiming for 100 no's every day. KMA, can you make me that promise? I'm waiting to see you type in the chat. You'll aim for 100 no's every day. But that means you're going to have a list of 100 people you're contacting, either by phone, by email, or by direct messages on social media. All right. And then come back and tell me. Come back and let me know. All right. So today is the 16th. So you'll start tomorrow to the 17th. So 13 days, which aren't all weekdays. So I don't know, 8 days, however many weekdays we have, I'm not sure. So if your goal is to do 100 a day, that's 800 people. So let me know out of the 800 people, how many yeses you get out of the 800 people. All right. Let me check the other monitor. I think we're good over there. All right. So Natalie, you hear that, Natalie? 100 people a day. You're welcome, KMA. But so if I'm willing to bet, if you have your positioning statement all set, all right, Natalie, good. So Natalie and KMA, if you have a positioning statement all set, and every day you're in touch with 100 people, and for the next 8 work days that we have in this month, that means you talk to 800 people. It's hard for me to believe that out of the 800 people, that zero of them, like zero, zero, zero. It's hard for me to believe that nobody. You understand? So, yeah. All right, any questions for me, guys? Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat. Don't think because you have a company name and you have a policy manual and you have your forms that clients will just land in your lap. Don't expect that to happen. Can it happen? Yeah, things like that usually happen maybe around the holidays or, but that is not the norm. You have to work this thing. You have to plan your work. You have to work your plan. So if, every Friday night or every Monday morning early, you make your list and say, okay, this is what I'm going to cover next week. So 100 people on Monday, 100 people on Tuesday, 100 people on so forth and so on. Of course, if you are the one working the case, answering the phone, doing payroll, doing billing, very difficult to do the 100 every day, right? So maybe you can have somebody else do the 100 every day, but let's make the goal 100 every day. And if you do 100 every day and you do that for a month, you do it for a month and no clients, I would be so surprised, so surprised, so surprised, so surprised. But you have to be consistent. You have to plan the work the plan, so your plan can work. All right, any questions for me, ladies and gentlemen? Let me check on my YouTube post. 1 second, guys. Let's see what's happening over here. Okay. All right. So the YouTube post, unless someone types, I cannot see who's on YouTube. So team, you may have to tell me how to look and see so I know what's going on. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, I see it now. I see it. Any questions? Remember, guys, to try to pay Profits Academy if you have not already done so. And if you want to book a call with me one-to-one, use code SAVE, all caps, SAVE 50 to save 50%. All right? Save 50%. Cammy, where is your home care agency? What state is your home care agency in? What state are you in, Cammy? Man in 19, what's going? Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. All right. Are you on like the big city side, like Houston or Dallas, on the big side? What's the big side? Everything in Texas is big, I'm told. Oh, Dallas. Okay, all right. Now you could work Dallas now. You could definitely work Dallas. Yeah, but two is not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Because even if you were to get 3% of two, what is 3% of two? Like what number is that? Because 3% is usually also that number, the 3%. 3%. So if you do, let's see, 800 people. Okay, so no, that's too complicated. So if you do 100 people, out of the 100%, out of the 100, three people would be 3%, right? Yeah, 3%. So do that math, KMA and Natalie, do that math. All right. All right. So some words that you should use. Let me give you some words that you should use when you are marketing, um, and some words that you should avoid. So use words like structured. Private pay clients like the word structured. They like structure. Um, where are my glasses? Okay, let's bring this up a little bit more. So structure or structured, coordinated. I like these words. So write these words down. So when you're planning your DMs and your emails, make sure that you're using these words, right? Structured, coordinated, stabilized, installed, implemented, monitored, designed. These are words that they like. Infrastructure, stabilization plan. They like these words. And again, all of this, it's in the stand for, or if you're doing the private, not if, when you're doing the private pay profits academy, the VIP, you'll also get that included. Avoid words like loving, okay? Avoid words like caring. Avoid words like compassionate as a primary hook. Now, if you're talking in general at the end, whatever, but as a primary hook, do not use those words, right? Don't use the word affordable, all right? Budget friendly. Now, when it comes to premium home care services, all right? Because remember, most of these words, it's assumed, it's assumed that you're offering compassionate care and the caregivers are compassionate. That is the assumption. That is the assumption. All right, that's the assumption. All right. So here is a sample of the positioning statement. Just a sample. Of course, make it your own, but the bottom line is you want to identify who you're helping, identify the problem you're solving, and what you're preventing. So for example, we support overwhelmed adult children navigating complex aging situations by installing structured private pay care plans that stabilize the home environment, reduce crisis events, and protect family bandwidth. So I know it's a lot of words, but the bottom line is you're identifying who you're helping, the problem that you're solving, and what you're preventing. That's the bottom line. All right? Are you with me? Everybody with me? All right, so what I'm going to do, let me end the live on YouTube. Hold on, let's see. We're going to end that. Thank you for watching on YouTube, everybody. It was great. It was great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you next time. Again, my name is Shannon Simpson. I am your home care coach, your private pay client acquisition strategist. See you next time. Have a good night.